got Google Play Pass, and they're throwing up a good fight against Apple from the looks of it. Good reason to switch over from your brand new iPhone 11 XR Pro Ultimate
Edition
Plus. Yeah. Galaxy Fold goes on sale in the U.S. In a couple days, about a week.
We'll see if it stays on sale.
See if it stays in the market. Apple's allowing independent repair, third-party repair.
For now, at least.
Yeah, for a split second. So buy those parts. Or don't, because they might shut them off in a system update. Apple Watch saves a man by sending some notifications as to an emergency contact. Pine64 teases a $25 Linux smartwatch.
You've never heard of them? Neither had I until tonight.
Are they the size of a Nintendo 64?
No. That would be terrible.
It's like one of those Yu-Gi-Oh things.
Yeah, one of those card decks?
Yeah.
Hopefully not.
Oh. You can tell Google Assistant what words you don't want it to record, and Google won't record those words.
They say.
There's some new Easter eggs on Google. Google Maps.
Yep.
More specifically.
They added UFOs.
Go find them.
We'll show you where they are.
Give us some aliens. Facebook is trying to grow and expand, and Snapchat ain't having it.
Fighting back.
Fighting back. And my scroll bar just went funky.
And Facebook might as well buy a country.
There we go.
Yep. We'll talk about that and why that is. Office 365 deals, how to get it cheaper, and maybe some alternatives that are
way
free.
better.
And let's see. Yahoo, all lowercase, redesigns their logo to look more like Google.
Looks a lot like Google, but purple. And
Spelled different.
Yes, spelled different.
PayPal has gone back on their change in policies. After going back on their change in policies.
Yeah.
Or they're going forward after going back.
It's a lot of back.
Some people don't like it, and you probably shouldn't either.
Everybody doesn't like it.
Someone likes it.
There are 3 people in this world that like it. They're probably all shareholders.
Yep. AI can now make photos of human faces. Get ready for AI to take over the world.
It's way creepier if you think about what comes next. And then 8K standard is released by some fancy people who are in charge of 8K. And yeah, that's how that works. And turns out
that's a lot of
you
pixels.
might get 33 million pixels, but you don't get them all too often. It's okay, though, because that's all the eyes can see.
Yeah. Gives you a nice motion blur in there. Yeah. Cinematic effect, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I didn't attach the link for the 8K.
Oh, man.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go grab it real fast.
All right. So we can start off at the top with Google Play Pass bundles. Sorry, Google Play Pass, which bundles 350 Android games and apps for $4.99 per month. This will be releasing... This will be available in the U.S. this week and other countries soon. So last week, I think it was last week, we talked about Apple's Apple
Arcade.
Yep. Which is games only.
Yes.
And it's the same concept, $5 for the month. No ads, no in-game purchases, none of that.
Yep. No in-game currencies either.
Okay. At least no in-game currencies that can be purchased with real money. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that makes way more sense.
Yeah, that would be insane if there was
no in-game
like everything starts unlocked and
yeah,
you have no progression.
Farmville, you just own it all already.
Yeah, it would be totally exciting. So they have a lot of similarities there. One main difference is that Google Play Pass will include apps in addition to games, whereas Apple Arcade will only contain games. And then Google Play is also going to have a 10-day free trial, and they are considering doing $1.99 per month for the first year.
Okay.
But I don't think they have decided on that for sure yet.
So you're talking with this with enough confidence. Are they including the movies and such, the videos, in the Google Play Store?
I doubt it. I think it's only certain apps and certain games. And it even mentions in the article on The Verge that some of the apps are already on the Google Play Store. So it's not an exclusive thing.
Okay.
So it'll just give you access to paid apps.
It's like YouTube Red or something.
I guess. Yeah, something like that.
But YouTube
Although
Red has
YouTube Red's a
exclusives.
subscription, yeah.
And yeah.
So it'd probably be like games that you generally have to pay for. You just buy a subscription from Google Play, and then you get access to those certain games.
I like
or
this
apps.
take more than the Apple Arcade, simply because Apple Arcade you also have to buy Apple TV. Like they're separate services, and this looks closer.
I doubt videos and music will be included, but
I wonder how long before Google Music gets included in all of it.
Yeah, that's a good question.
And it all just becomes like a cable TV bundle deal.
Yeah, that includes games and apps.
When instead of paying $5, $5, $5, and $5, you can just pay $12 and be done.
Yeah. So yeah, that is another difference, is that the Google Play Pass will not be exclusive games, whereas Apple Arcade will be exclusive games that you only get access to if you have Apple Arcade. But yeah, we'll see how that works. Should be coming out later this month.
I won't pay for it. Are you going to pay for it?
No.
Would you pay for it at $2 a month for the first year? Would you pay $24 to play games on your phone?
No. I don't really have a use for it.
Very true.
But some people will.
Yeah.
Many people will.
I know several people who do pay for games. And for paying $24 a year for games on
Probably
your phone.
a pretty good deal. Yeah.
Pretty good deal.
For some people.
Because, like, some people will spend $80 on a PC game. So spending $24 a year for 350-ish games.
It's pretty good if you play them enough.
Yeah. Gotta log a lot of hours.
But yeah, one reason people put money into mobile games is to make things quicker. And if there's no in-game purchases, that could be somewhat of a turnoff for them.
Yeah.
Because paying helps them to, move through the ranks faster and destroy people who don't pay.
I guess.
Totally fun for the people who don't pay, by the way.
Samsung Galaxy Fold. The folding phone that nobody wants still. We're all waiting for that Moto Razr.
It's also kind of expensive. It's still going to be coming in at $1,900. Actually, almost $2,000. $1,000, $980. That's expensive.
Plus tax.
Plus tax. Yeah. Plus your monthly plan.
Oh.
Samsung says it will be available in AT&T version and an unlocked version when it first releases, and then I didn't see if it will include Verizon later, but
I was about to say Verizon.
I would assume it probably would. It will be sold in some AT&T and Best Buy stores and Samsung stores and available online. There's some pictures at the second link that I posted down there. Oh, and then you posted another link.
Post another link in there. Man, the Verge is all over the Samsung Fold.
Yeah.
Galaxy Fold.
So it'll be interesting to see how well it holds up.
So here's some
for
pictures.
The second release.
Yeah, the hinge.
Yep.
And so one thing they did say was right here, where it looked like there was a screen protector on the Revision 1,
yep.
I guess what you can call it. This one, it goes all the way under this little bezel part right here. So it doesn't look like a screen protector anymore.
So now people presumably won't peel off the screen.
Yep. And there's also this little dimple looking thing to help
fold.
Yeah,
okay.
Fold it all
Makes
together.
Sense. Couldn't really turn out worse than it did before, right? Unless it catches on fire, I guess.
You wouldn't think so. But then The Verge posted this a little bit later. Samsung posted a YouTube video, caring for your Galaxy Fold. And it's a minute video on be careful of objects that might affect your fold.
Such as putting it in your pocket.
Yeah, so don't put your phone in your pocket anymore. It's a luxury item.
Carry it around in your hand all the time. And don't trip and fall while you're holding it.
I wonder if people will start wearing like lanyards with it in a lanyard around your neck.
Funny. One of the places I go, you could say, kayaking.
Uh-huh.
There's a lot of touristy type people who do have lanyards with waterproof bags, and they have their phone inside it. It looks like the dorkiest thing.
Do any of them do like the belt fanny pack?
Yeah, of course.
See, if I was to have my phone on the outside, I would do a fanny pack style.
I mean, it's better than the lanyard.
Yeah, because then if you fall in the water or something, and the phone will get pulled with a current,
or
tangled up in
snagged
your
on something
arms.
on a branch or something,
Yeah.
and it just looks
It
worse
looks-
than a fanny pack.
Yeah, with a fanny pack, you can argue that it's an active sport. Active people can wear fanny packs.
Yeah. You don't want to go jogging around with a lanyard around your neck. It's just asking for trouble. And imagine how uncomfortable that would be.
People confuse me for a jogger all the time. I'll just be sitting there.
Eh,
Oh, Apple is allowing independent repair from
yes.
third party.
Yep. So previously, in case you're not aware, Apple was very against independent repair shops repairing their products. You had to go to the Apple store and get the Apple geniuses to repair your items, whether it was a replaced screen, a replaced battery, or anything. To get the certified Apple parts and to not void your warranty, you had to go to an Apple store.
Yep.
Now, there were companies that could repair screens and could repair batteries for a lot cheaper than Apple would do it.
Yeah.
But that would void the warranty. And for some people, that's
A deal breaker.
a deal breaker, yeah. Which is somewhat understandable.
Because I've replaced iPhone screens, and you would buy it off of Amazon or eBay for like $30 or $42 or something really cheap. And then you could charge people $120, $150 to replace their iPhone screen. It's still half the price
Yeah.
of not Amazon.
The
other
Apple,
one,
yeah.
The Apple store.
If you've never heard of Louis Rossmann, I would definitely recommend looking up his YouTube channel.
If you're okay with very explicit language.
Yes. So, spoiler there, but
but a good warning.
he's been very outspoken about the whole
Yes.
Apple independent repair
Yep.
fiasco, because that's what he does. He repairs Apple devices.
Yeah.
And does data recovery on Apple devices, too, that get wet or something. Apple says you just have to get a new device, but you still lose your photos and you lose all your contacts and important data. I mean, I guess unless it's synced up with your Apple account. But
Yeah, through iCloud or such.
Yep. But Lewis is able to go in and actually repair the device so you do get your
Yep.
information back.
Yeah, so I stopped doing iPhone screens and like I stopped touching Apple completely back when Apple did the big iOS update that disabled all screens that didn't come with the original product. Even if they were Apple legitimate, somehow it could tell the difference between the original screen that was on the product and a replaced screen that wasn't by Apple. So I stopped touching them then. One thing I'm afraid of now is if they'll start accepting them again, and then they're going to backtrack on their steps, PayPal, and
Yeah, so
I
then
don't
you'll
want
have an inventory full of Apple screens that you paid for but can't use.
and a fleet of very angry customers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I brought my iPhone to you 3 months ago to you replace a screen with a illegitimate screen.
So now these changes are going to allow independent repair stores that aren't Apple authorized service providers to make repairs without voiding warranties and using genuine Apple parts. So there's no cost to join this program, but you must have an Apple certified technician who can perform the repairs. And apparently that's a free certification. It just takes your time.
Yeah, as far as I understand.
So I think that's a good move for sure on Apple's part.
Yep, but I'm definitely going to give it like a year at least.
Yeah.
before, Before touching that hot water.
Yeah.
We're going to see how it plays out a little longer. The next is good news from Apple, though.
Hey, that was good news.
That is... That's good news.
I mean, it's only good news because of their stance in the past.
Yeah.
Being a bad news.
Yeah.
It's like saying
It's not good news. It's just... It shouldn't
less
have been
bad news. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just not bad.
It's like when your dog keeps eating your food or something, and then
Yeah.
one day he doesn't. You're like,
Thanks.
good job,
Yeah.
dog. Thanks for not being bad.
Yeah. I like that. Oh. I actually saw this one, and I actually read up a little bit on it. Apple. Man credits his Apple Watch feature for saving his father's life. So this is over on CBS, but there's better websites you can find it on. So a man and his father were going to meet up for some mountain biking, and apparently before they met, his father fell, and he was wearing an Apple Watch, and it sent an emergency SOS text to his emergency contact, and it with a geolocation. Let's see if this is a real. No, it's not a real picture. And his son was able to see when his father fell and a rough geolocation of where. And it's so I saw this on a motorcycle forum.
Okay.
This morning, and they're teasing it. This is one good reason to own an Apple product.
So we had previously talked about using Google Maps.
Yes.
And Google Maps tracking you being a good thing in certain situations.
Yep.
Like if you were on a motorcycle and...
Yeah. Did you get a notification Wednesday?
I believe so.
You believe so? Okay. I did, you and 2 other people, and both of them text me, I got a message.
Suspicious message.
Yeah. And I had to explain to them, but I never got a message from you like, hey, I got something weird.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll talk to you more about that.
Yes.
Yeah, but Google Maps seems to be working really well.
The downside, so what we've done is you can boot up Google Maps on your phone, and there is an option to, let me see where it is. Oh, notification.
So it only happens, I believe, when you put in a destination place. So I hit destination.
Not for me.
Oh, not for you.
Maybe I have an older version of Google Maps. But anyway, you open up Google Maps. I'm not going to show you my phone. But you press the hamburger icon, the 3 buttons in the top left.
Yeah, we have totally different versions.
It opens up a menu. And there's an option for location sharing. And then it gives you an option for who you want to share with. And when you choose someone to share with, then that person can visit that link, and it'll show your location to them on their Google Maps app.
Yeah.
And it also shows you them information about your battery percentage.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough.
Which is weird.
The one downside to that is if you were to fall or something, it wouldn't send me a notification. I would just have to check it.
Yeah, but it would...
To see that you were in the same spot for 2 hours.
Yeah. Like, why is
At
this...
which case, it probably would no longer be sharing with me because you would have set the time limit. Because there's an option to only share your location for an hour.
Yeah.
At which case...
with mine, it says share... So, once I hit my route go, I just tap the bottom of my screen, and then it's share trip progress. And then it just gives me a list of all my contacts, and I just start hitting who I want to share it with.
Interesting.
And it just shares it till I arrive.
Cool.
And then one of the contacts said that it sent him a message saying I arrived to my location.
Okay, that's good. I don't think I got that notification.
Okay.
So maybe I need to update my version of Maps. But that is one thing about the Apple Watch here in this article. If you scroll down to the very bottom of the article, it says, it looks like this is either the father or son, saying, if you own an Apple Watch, set up your hard fall detection. It's not just for when you fall off a roof or a ladder, he wrote. Had he fallen somewhere on the high drive trails or another remote area, the location would include EMS on where to find him. Amazing technology, and so glad he had it. So the Apple Watch has something specifically for detecting hard impacts.
Okay.
Whereas the Google Maps option,
I was curious on just like waking up in the morning and putting the Apple Watch on or something and just dropping it off your wrist onto the hard floor, if that would trip it.
That's a good question.
Versus if you're putting it on in the morning and then tripped over your shoes or your slippers or whatever.
Yeah.
How can it tell the difference?
Heartbeat, possibly. But
yeah.
But that's a good question.
Unless you fell and it popped off.
Yeah.
There we go. Cool. No, but yeah, I saw that. I thought it was really cool.
Speaking of smartwatches, see, I put this in this order for a reason. Pine64, a little-known company, is teasing a $25 Linux smartwatch to be released soon. So, in case you've never heard of them, like I have not heard of them. Have you ever heard of them?
I have not heard of them either.
have heard of them tonight. But reading this article over on Tech News World, it looks like they've already released a few items. So they make Linux-based single-board ARM computers, and ARM is the chipset or something.
I just call them ARM.
ARM. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's I think generally what a lot of Android phones run on, right? ARM.
I think they used to. I think they're all moving to
Okay.
that.
But it's been used for kind of mobile processors
Yeah.
for a while. And so most of their items cost around $15 to $20. They also make an $89 Linux laptop called the Pinebook. Can you see the theme here?
in the Pinebook Pro.
Yep,
I'm
and
actually
they're
just
going to be
on the
releasing the
website.
Pinebook Pro laptop in the future for $199. Yep, definitely a theme there with the Pine naming.
Their
And
logo is really cool, though.
let me see it.
I'm on their website.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And now they're teasing a smartwatch
They don't.
and a Android tablet.
Okay, they don't have that on their website yet.
And they may also be releasing a $150 Linux smartphone,
A
the
Pine
Pine
phone.
phone. What a great name.
Wow, and their specs aren't terrible.
It's
Okay,
probably,
they're not great. They're not good. Never mind.
How bad are they?
So it started off okay. It was like they call it all-winner A64 quad core. I was like, okay, quad core is okay. Then 2 gigs of RAM. Ooh,
I mean, that's not awful.
yeah. And the thing that I really liked then was it has a 6-inch, 5.95 inch, 1440 by 720p screen.
1440 by 720?
Yeah,
So it's going to be whoosh, whoosh.
the other way. Yeah. But the thing I like about that is the battery life saving. Like I use my phone on the lowest resolution possible.
Oh, wait, that is a smaller screen, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
because it's a super low resolution. So I like that. But then 16 gigs of eMMC for storage. So you have 16 gigs of storage space.
Does it have an SD card slot?
We got HD digital video out, USB Type C. which is
USB Type-C is good.
Amazing. Internet bands, it got its wireless in is the latest, so it's not too great on wireless. Got the latest Bluetooth. Got the latest enough Bluetooth. Has a vibrator for the phone calls, which is great. RGB status LED, which is nice. Selfie camera is 2.5 megapixels. Main camera is 5 megapixels.
Pretty bad.
Selfie cam is 2 megapixels.
So there's
So they're-
3 cameras?
That's what it says.
Huh.
Oh, selfie and main are 2 and 5 megapixels
Okay.
respective, and then it goes
Gotcha.
into detail. Yeah, so there's one
Gotcha.
front, one back, which are both terrible megapixel count.
So not a top-of-the-line phone, but
But it has a headphone jack.
hey.
The last bullet point right there, headphone jack. And
I don't know, but that would be
but if
a
they're gonna put,
smartwatch that I would potentially get. It's kind of cool.
for $25, yeah.
Yeah, for $25. I don't ever wear a watch anymore. I have a phone.
So I have always hated wearing anything on my wrists. To me, it's just annoying.
Yeah, you'd get used to it.
I started wearing rubber bands on my wrist at work
Okay, for
all the
convenience.
time because I rubber band almost every
Yeah,
cord I
snapping
touch.
cords. Yeah.
And it's nice to be able to finish a chord and wrap it and put it down rather than
Yeah.
because I touch a lot of chords every day. So yeah, I'm starting to get used to wearing something around my wrist.
Yeah.
But the difference is those are really useful. I don't know how much I'll find.
And super compact too. Well, that's a broken rubber band.
All
but-
my rubber bands here are broken from somebody shooting them.
Yeah, that's true. But this is so minimalist that you can barely even notice it. Whereas a smartwatch,
It's gonna be a lot.
It is a
heavier,
lot bigger.
Yeah. But yeah, $25 might be worth trying.
it's probably gonna be a gimmick though.
Probably.
Google Assistant improves privacy and adds sensitivity options for hot word detection.
I feel like this is doing it backwards. I feel like we should be telling it words to look for, to record, and not words to look for, to ignore.
Such as,
Hey.
hey Google now.
Yeah. I feel like we're progressing in the wrong direction. Some people wouldn't call that progressing. That's all I have really to say about it.
Yep.
This is really weird to think that you have to put in words that you don't want it to record. It's mind-blowing, to be honest. I don't understand it. I thought it would be simple with just having like, even being able to put in your own hot words and say like, I want my phone to answer to these things.
Hey,
So,
Jarvis, or hey, whatever.
Most people
Yeah.
will do Jarvis or Alfred or something like that. Or, yeah, we're going to stop there. But for them to go in this direction is, I don't know. I don't like it.
It's one of those opt out rather than opt in things where
Yeah.
it probably should just be opt in.
Yeah, and hopefully they backtrack and don't forward track again over at PayPal. But we'll find out.
On a, I guess, kind of good-ish Google note,
A happier
Google
note.
Maps. Yeah, so go ahead and open up Google Maps, and we can actually show this.
Oh.
Don't share your screen yet.
You just go to
Open
Google
up
Maps.
Google Maps first, yeah.
Just go to a random geolocation
Yeah.
instead of my
Not your
neighborhood.
house? Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna open up a incognito tab, so all
Yeah.
my favorites aren't listed.
Yeah, that would be great. We're going to show you how to see the UFO icon. All right. Spoiler. We're
right.
in the United States.
We are located somewhere within the word United States.
Yep. Right over there near, what is that?
Kansas.
Kansas, yeah.
Yep, we're Superman.
Yep.
Don't tell anyone.
We have all the internet going straight
Yep.
through our city. Because that's how that works.
We're just drilling it right out of the ground.
Yep. Mining the internet. Bitcoin miners never saw this coming. Search
Alright.
for, let's see.
Oh, before I open the search bar, is it gonna?
Search for Groom Lake. You can go ahead and do it without searching. It doesn't matter.
Groom Lake?
Groom Lake. Groom space Lake. Nevada. Yep. Now click the little man
My little man.
and drag him around, and hopefully this works. Otherwise, that'd be kind of. There you go. Yep. See, it's a little UFO man.
Oh. There's nowhere to put him.
Nope. That's the Easter egg. If you go to Area 51 on Google Maps, which is what Groom Lake is, and you drag around the little.
Area 51's really right there? I have no
Ish.
idea where it's at.
Yeah, it's in Nevada.
Well,
It's in the middle of the desert, basically.
oh,
Yep. If you
yeah.
drag around the little man, he shows up as a UFO. You can see the airports. Yep. You see the hangars where they keep the aliens?
Probably just a bunch of documents.
Maybe an airplane or two.
Nah, I think they put
All the people they abducted
yeah.
at the raid. So there's your Easter egg for the day.
Does it work well here?
Oh, does it? Does it work everywhere?
Oh, no.
Wouldn't that be funny if it worked everywhere?
Yeah. Now just poor astronaut. That's pretty cool.
On to serious things.
Super serious things. Like our
Like
sponsors.
sponsors. It's that time. This video is sponsored by Jmart Media and
Nephew Tech. And now on to our next topic.
Facebook versus Snapchat.
So Snapchat is just a little angry with Facebook. It's snitching on them. Snapchat reportedly has we're going to skip that word, of dirt on Facebook to share with the feds.
Dossier?
Sure.
Dossier?
Yeah, see, that's why I skipped it. Don't math on camera. But it looks like Snapchat doesn't like how Facebook is either buying out every tech company or a social media company or
Instagram?
Yeah.
WhatsApp?
Yeah, whatever that other one is that we can never think of. Or they're implementing the features of the ones that won't sell out,
Yeah.
which is what they're doing
So
with
if they can't
Snapchat.
buy Snapchat, they're going to implement
all the features Snapchat has.
If they can't buy that dating app, Tinder.
Yeah. Then
They'll
they
make
just
their own
Facebook
Tinder.
dating.
And Snapchat's not liking it.
Yeah, so they're going to try to throw some fists.
So what was Facebook doing specifically that Snapchat didn't like?
See, this is where...
Was it Instagram?
So Snap executives also suspected that Instagram prevented Snapchat content from trending on the platform and suppressed tagged posts and Snap-related
Wait, you can share Snapchat
searches.
stuff on Instagram?
I'm sure you could.
I guess the stories thing is pretty similar to Snapchat, right? The Instagram stories.
Yeah. And it also says the documents reportedly allege that Instagram effectively barred users from linking to their Snapchat profiles and their bios on the Facebook-owned Instagram.
Oh, yeah, because you can put one link on your bio, which is like your main information about thing on your actual profile page, but I guess you can't include a link to Snapchat? Or couldn't link to Snapchat?
Which is, okay. I mean, I don't care. But I'm not Snapchat, so there's the difference. Yeah. But, yeah. Facebook. Sell out to them, or they'll just implement all the features that you give your customers.
That the government will allow them to implement. For now.
For now. Did you watch Wan's show this past Friday?
No.
How embarrassing. So the next article here, Mark Zuckerberg himself went to go meet the president, which basically means
the Orange Man.
The president got to meet Mark Zuckerberg. Is how it should have been worded.
Yeah.
This is over on The Verge, like 97% of our articles. And if The Verge wants us as one of their podcasts, sponsor.
Sure.
Come on over, Verge.
At this point, we'll take it.
Money's money, right? Zuckerberg visit to DC shows how high the stakes are getting for Facebook. So one thing that Linus and Luke talked about on the WAN show, I watched that this morning, was how much easier it would be to run Facebook if Mark Zuckerberg just bought a country and then Facebook was just like the identity versions, like Social Security or your driver's license. It's just how you have your, basically China.
The social.
Yeah, social scoring. Because Facebook pretty much gives you everything you need on the internet, aside from Wikipedia.
Well, not really.
What does Facebook not have that something else on the internet does?
Actual content.
Okay, good point.
like,
but people write articles on Facebook. They can just move over.
Any website could do that.
Yeah.
If everybody just moved to any website, then that website would have
everything,
all the information.
Exactly. So why would you?
But Facebook doesn't have all the information.
But if Facebook was a country, then anyone in the country could, instead of using the internet, you can just use the Facebook.
Yeah, that would be true for anything, though.
The difference is Facebook has the money.
Yeah.
So
but then they wouldn't have any users unless people lived in that country.
Imagine getting paid to use Facebook. So instead of having a job, you just wrote articles for Facebook. To be an employee of Facebook, you get to live in Facebook's country for free.
In Facebook land.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Google employees at the Google company. They're just ping pong tables and lounge areas at work.
Sleeping hammocks or whatever.
Yeah.
Sleeping pods.
Somehow the employees will still complain. So Facebook should just go ahead and buy some land and start their own little country.
Could probably be good for them legislatively, like dealing with all the laws and stuff.
Yeah.
Until they had to deal with export regulations and import regulations into other countries, especially with people's personal data.
I wonder if they could just say, if you don't like it, then we'll just cut you off of all of the internet that we own.
Because that's their source of income.
But do you think they have enough power? Like how Amazon Web Services hosts a lot of the internet? Amazon can just be like, we don't want you anymore.
And
they
then
could
Facebook would crash.
turn off part of the world.
Yeah.
Like, nah, Korea doesn't need us. Boop. Just, I think if Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Facebook, all them big guys got together and then took Wikipedia under their arms with them, they could bully some countries around.
We'd be all right, but
yeah,
some people would be upset.
Wouldn't be the worst thing for all those websites.
Probably be a good thing, actually. So yes, buy your own country.
Yeah.
And get rid of our Facebook. But not YouTube because we have to stream.
Yeah. Or Twitch.
Or Twitch.
Or Mixer.
Or Mixer.
Or Facebook
But if Microsoft
Live.
leaves, then Mixer leaves.
Yeah, Facebook Live has to stay. Just separate.
Everything else is gone.
Yeah.
No users, just Facebook Live.
I just need your DBS server.
Yeah.
Oh.
Office 365. Speaking of Microsoft.
So you want to know how I found this article?
I'm guessing a customer.
Facebook ad.
Oh,
Popped up on
ironic.
my newsfeed. 8 ways you can maybe get Microsoft Office 365 for free or cheap. How did I get this as an ad? You know how many people I recommend Microsoft Office to?
Probably zero.
It's probably 0. So, it's this article is hysterical, which is really why I put it in there.
Okay.
So out of their 8 ways, number 1, use their free online version with limited features.
Sounds like Google Docs.
Sounds like Google Docs. I like that. Yeah. I was like, Google Docs has more features and it's free. Free.
In fact, it mentions Google Docs in there.
Oh, so I didn't even read. I just read the main parts of each one. It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Of course. Number 2 is free Office mobile apps, which is also limited features on your phone.
Yeah, let me just build up a PowerPoint presentation real quick.
I was about to say, do you want to write a 5-page
No.
final for all work
Not really.
with just 2 thumbs?
Nope.
Imagine doing the MLA format.
Oh, man. Making a list is difficult.
Number 3 is educational versions.
See, I actually do have an educational version
Yeah.
of Office.
But
Of course, if you're not a student, then too bad.
Yeah. Find a student. They'll probably give you one.
Yeah.
Just buy them Subway or something.
Trial version.
So this is on the edge of suggesting illegal options. Trial version, and then 4 is trial, 5 is try again, 6 is try again. Essentially, It says use the trial, use another email, use the trial again, and then you can use the what is
Pro
it?
Plus?
Yeah, the Pro Plus, like the enterprise customer version.
Oh, interesting.
Which is not. I don't believe it's legal to just keep signing up for trials under different emails. Pretty sure that's against terms of service. I didn't actually read them, so I can't guarantee it. But it's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah.
And then 7 is free with a PC purchase.
Yeah, if you can't afford your Office, Microsoft Office, just buy a
new
PC.
computer.
Although, actually, it kind of makes some sense.
Yeah. And then number 8 is
if you need it.
look for deals.
In case you're stupid and didn't think to look for a deal.
Should look for deals.
Wow, that is pretty funny.
So I've never suggested someone buy Microsoft Office.
What do you recommend?
LibreOffice.org.
LIBRE
Let me make sure
Office.
it's .org. I always get it wrong. Yep, LibreOffice.org. Here we go. Not sponsored. LibreOffice, the document foundation. But you hit this big green button right here. Oh, of course, our heads are in the way.
The one that says download now, also it's not green. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, you hit that big download now button.
It's centered for me.
And then you hit this yellow down. Just keep moving us around. You hit this yellow one here. You'll download it. You run through the installer. The installer doesn't install any bloatware, which is beautiful. And then,
So it comes with a document editor. I would assume something similar to Excel for spreadsheets, and probably something for PowerPoint too, right?
So they have what they call Writer, which is their Microsoft Word.
Okay.
They have Calc, which is their Microsoft spreadsheets, whatever it's called. I don't even know what's called them. Office.
Excel.
Yeah. Impress, which is their
presentations. So PowerPoint.
And then they have Draw for diagrams.
Ooh, interesting. I might have to download this actually.
Base for databases. Math for formula editors.
Charts.
And then I don't know what Charts is. I've never even heard of it. Oh, that looks kind of cool.
Interesting.
But, I just recommend that because it's legally free and it doesn't limit your features. Otherwise, use Google Docs. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Google Docs specifically is good for collaboration.
Yeah.
So if you want to share something with someone else, say, for example, a document for a live stream.
Use Google Docs.
Don't hack us, please.
Yep.
It is online. So that is one disadvantage of using Google Docs is it's online.
But if you download the Google Drive, it can also be offline.
Ah, interesting.
But then it gets really confusing. So
Makes it hard to collab.
Yeah.
If it's offline. So it's a trade-off, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so just use LibreOffice.org. Not sponsored. That's their new slogan.
Yahoo! Who remembers Yahoo?
It's Yahoo.
Nah.
From our
Scroll down a little bit. Can I share that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
It's too late.
From The Verge, Yahoo redesigns.
All lowercase. There you go.
Wow, it really is all lowercase.
Yeah. That's one thing that I noticed.
Its logo to remind you that Yahoo exists.
Well, they exist.
It's somehow still here.
The first words in the article, Yahoo isn't exactly a popular company these days.
No kidding.
I wonder what they do. Are they still just a search engine or
Oh, they're dying.
free email account?
But Yahoo, it's still around. That's their new slogan.
Looks like it's owned by Verizon.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, they got bought out 4 years ago, I believe. But it's all sad. Which leads us right over to PayPal and my beautiful love for them. So if you use PayPal, stop. Because it's about to be a really big pain for everybody involved. Articles from our friends at The Verge. Please be our friend, Verge. PayPal reinstates the controversial policy of pocketing fees from refunds. So we all know how a refund works, which is funny because I'm actually going through this right now with a purchase through eBay. I bought something through PayPal because I assumed that they were going to be a problem seller, so I just went and used PayPal instead of my credit card.
Yeah.
Shockingly enough, they were a problem seller. So, I got a product, just not the one that was on the list. But so PayPal does this thing where they charge you 30 cents for every time you have to use their service. So anytime you do a transaction through PayPal, it's 30 cents.
And who does it charge?
It charges
The seller, right?
the seller, or the seller can add the fee to their item.
Yep. So say you have a $100 smartphone that I'm selling to you.
So I'm buying a $100 smartphone. From
Yep.
you.
So either you could buy it for $100 and I pay the 30-cent fee,
Yeah.
or I charge $100.30.
Yes, and that's what most people do.
Yep.
And then,
But technically, it comes out of the sellers.
yeah. And then on top of the 30 cents, they add a 2.9% processing fee. So it would be,
So it's similar to a credit card processing
Yep.
fee.
which I mean, that's how Square works. That's how most.
Yep.
That's pretty much how all credit card processing works.
So in that case, the seller would also pay 29 cents. Is that how the math works? $2.90
plus
which
the
is
30 cents. So
Yep.
it's $3.20. So I would be buying that phone instead of $100. It'll be $103.20.
Yep.
And let's say I accidentally ordered it twice, once at night, and then on the morning I was like, all right, I feel comfortable with this purchase. I want to buy it. And I
Yep.
forgot that I bought it for some
Yeah.
reason. And then I'm like, wait a second. There's already one that says shipping. I could call the seller and be like, hey, man, I need to cancel the order. And if you haven't shipped it already, that'd be nice. Be like, oh, yeah, no, not a problem. I'm just now packing them up. And then he could cancel the order, and I would be able to get my $103.20 back. And then he would just eat the 30-cent charge. Most people just eat it when it's a mistake like that. 30 cents isn't going to break a business. And if it does, it's not a business.
Yeah. So in this case, I would be giving you your full refund back, but I would still be paying the 30-cent transaction fee.
But you would get that 2.9% back. You get that $2.90 back. Then PayPal implemented this where they don't give you back the 2.9%.
So now I'm giving you a full refund, and I'm paying the 30-cent transaction fee plus the $2.90
processing fee.
Processing fee, yep.
So instead of losing 30 cents, you're now losing $3.20.
Yep. And I guess it was a few months ago that PayPal made this change. For the longest time, I would get the $2.90 back, right, from PayPal. But I'd still have to eat the 30-cent fee. So they changed it where I would no longer get the $2.90 fee back.
Yeah.
And now they re-implemented.
Yeah, they re-implemented this again.
Yes. And people are upset.
As they should be.
Because another option is that he buys a $1,000 laptop from me.
Yeah, so now it's not $3.20, it's $32.
And then refunds it just to troll me.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's an accident, and he does it like that.
Yeah, because I mean, it could very easily have been an accident. Or, it could be, I can set up 7 accounts.
Yep.
And then just
to troll somebody.
Just to ruin them. I mean, you got to have a lot of time on your hands, but...
So a lot of sellers aren't going to take PayPal anymore because of this, because they don't want that risk.
Yeah.
It doesn't really hurt the buyer other than now
unless
the sellers won't be on PayPal.
The seller says they're not going to return the processing fee. The seller will then get a bad review, but you might want to get a bad review just to not lose $30.
So it turns into a downward spiral.
Yeah, because now you have people fighting each other over $30. And when people fight each other for a handful of money, no one wins.
Except PayPal.
Except PayPal, yeah. So don't use PayPal if you can. Just talk to whoever your credit card provider is about doing chargebacks. Most of the time, they're pretty easy. Just document everything you buy. Take screenshots of the product. It's pretty easy. It's just, you don't want to do too many chargebacks. So, don't buy from bad sellers. I think this is the last article.
Back on the AI train, right?
Oh, I skipped one. So this is the second to last article. I don't know. I kind of want to do the last one and then go to this one.
Okay, we can do that.
The AI train has a lot on my mind. That's a very opinionated one. So this one is from PC Gamer. Sorry, Verge. Don't hate me. PC Gamer. There's now an official standard for 8K resolution displays. So the standard comes from the CTA, the Consumer Technology Association, which pretty much just puts stickers on things to try to make everything universal so that average consumers just understand it. Their goal is to make the layman understand things. So they're good people as far as I can understand, which is what their job is. But so 8K, even though it ain't quite out yet for consumers, it's just starting. They went ahead and put out the specs that 8K needs. That's
so many pixels.
So a display resolution of at least 33 million pixels that are active. And it needs to be at least 7,680 horizontally and 4,320 vertically within a 16 by 9 viewable window and a specific measurement methodology in accordance with the industry standards. Now, the one thing I find funny about this paragraph is you can't have 8K cell phones. because cell phones are vertical.
Technically, yes. But I wonder if PC Gamer just worded it wrong.
Okay, that is true. I wonder if this is worded by PC Gamer or if this was a copy pasta.
I
style.
bet this is, since it's not quoting, I bet it's worded by PC Gamer.
Cool. Man, I thought it was really clever.
But, I mean, they could change, they could make another standard.
Yeah.
Like 8K vertical or something.
Yeah, 8kV.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Kelvin.
make things a little bit more complicated.
My phone is 8 Kelvin. So the other thing that I'm worried about with the display resolution is 8K is now 7.6 thousand. So when we get up to 16K, it's going to be about 15K.
Yeah.
And
as
we're
you
gonna
get bigger and bigger.
Slowly separate from the
32K will be 30K and
Yeah.
64K 60K. And
it's going to get worse and worse. So I kind of hope they go ahead and just accept it at some point.
Yeah.
And just cut it and change it and just create a new standard. Kind of like what Wi-Fi just recently did with the new Wi-Fi 6. And they're just like, screw the lettering. Nobody understands Wi-Fi B, G, N, A, AC, AX. Yeah. No one gets that. So we're just going to do Wi-Fi 6. People understand numbers pretty well.
Yeah. Especially because all those don't even go in order.
Yeah.
At least if they were alphabetical, like Android's naming system.
Yeah, that's true. With Android, you can just people say, "Oh, I got Android Jelly Bean." You can ignore the Ellie Bean.
Just J.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all I have on display resolutions. I hope that at some point they'll change it.
It will be interesting to see what kind of frame rates you can get.
So that comes up in a minute. The digital inputs. One or more HDMI inputs supporting the resolution just mentioned with a bit depth of 10 bits. So they're scrapping the 8-bit. It has to be at least 10 bits now, which is great. With frame rates of 24, 30, and 60 frames per second.
Can HDMI push that many pixels?
I don't think they can yet.
I don't think they can.
But I think by the time
they'll have a
it
new
starts
HDMI
rolling,
standard.
yeah, HDMI.
Or possibly DisplayPort.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure DisplayPort could do it now. DisplayPort's pretty amazing.
Yeah, probably so. Or my Mac. My MacBook connects to the monitor via USB-C.
Okay.
And receives power from the monitor from USB-C at the same time.
That's pretty good.
That's actually pretty nice, yeah.
I wonder if they'll accept 2 HDMI inputs to power the screen.
Or 4.
Yeah, or 4, and then it's just 4Ks.
Because I'm pretty sure my graphics card, if you connect my 4K monitor to my graphics card with an HDMI cable, maybe I just have an old HDMI cable, I don't think it pushes 4K at 60 hertz.
I don't think it does. So
Because I know I have my monitor connected by DisplayPort,
yeah,
and that works.
So the one thing I don't like about these frame rates is that they still have the 24 and the 30 in there. I think to get the badge, get the sticker on there, it has to be at least 60. It can support the lower ones, but it needs to be at least 60 to be considered true 8K TV. Because
I mean, the resolution is still 8K.
At 24 FPS, which is less than half of 60. Not by much, but still less than half.
Yeah. But it is what movie studios use and shoot at for the cinematic blur effect. So for television, 24 hertz isn't that bad.
But I think they can manufacture them, but they shouldn't be allowed to be putting that shiny gold or platinum colored 8K sticker on there. I think they gotta have cinematic 8K, but then they can have the true 8K for everybody else.
I can see that, or adding a new badge for 8K at 60 hertz.
Yeah,
like
just to raise
8K
the standard.
fast or 8K
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
As opposed to 8K cinematic or something like that.
Yep.
Although people would begin to think cinematic was better than gold, and
yeah,
you had that
confusing
problem.
that way.
But
because it really got me that they stripped the 8-bit depth and went to 10-bit. They're like, nope, no more 8-bit allowed. You had to have at least 10-bit depth. But then they were like, but you can still do 24 FPS. We're okay with that.
Yeah, and HDR too.
Yeah, that's true.
Some HDR.
But yeah, I mean, and then the up conversion, of course, it needs to be backwards compatible.
Yeah, if you want to
I think
run your Raspberry Pi on a 8K display, you're not going to be running an actual 8K. It's going to be
the bigger thing I think with the backwards compatibility is when you first plug in a computer or a box or something, it doesn't know the resolution.
Good point.
So it just needs to be backwards compatible to put out a picture.
Yeah.
So then you can make it the right
You can
picture.
change the resolution. Yeah, because that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and then it says again about bit depth, about having to be 10 bit. Because 10 bits is actually a pretty big jump from 8 bit. Yeah, no, I just saw that it was still allowing 24 FPS, and I was like, come on. Like,
It's, what year is it? 2019.
yeah, it's almost 2020. Like, you think if they're pushing all the other standards this hard, they would be trying to get people off of the 24 FPS. Like, I prefer to watch things in 24 FPS over 60 FPS, like movie-wise, because 60 FPS doesn't use motion blur.
Yeah.
And it bothers me.
Which is great for games, but not great for watching
Like,
movies.
you can have a 60 FPS movie if you just let the motion blur happen.
Yeah.
Like, you can still put motion blur in high frame rate video.
No, it's not allowed.
it's allowed. You're allowed to make it look good at a high FPS. It's... Oh, Lord. Last topic.
Back on to AI. Hopping back on that AI train.
Chugga. So I saw this, and I forgot where I saw the comment. Oh, The Verge is wanting me to get rid of my ad blocker. 1 second. There we go. Over at The Verge, 100,000 free AI-generated headshots put stock photo companies on notice. So I'm not so interested as in the stock photo companies. The first thing that I thought of when I read this was advertisers. If these are 100,000 free faces they could use, advertisers are going to use this on all types of ads on websites.
Yeah.
Because now all of a sudden you have unlimited, assuming royalty-free faces you could use. And first thing I thought of was dating apps.
Oh.
You can meet these types of people, and it's going to show you pictures of perfect-looking people.
So now when someone contacts you on a dating app, you've got to cross-reference them
Yeah.
with this stock photo website. That's funny.
Yeah, Carl. Yeah, that's trying to think about that. How to do a face search on them. But yeah, then it shows several pictures. Like, the image, these are all fake people. Not fake people. These are all just made-up faces from the generator. Yes, my first thought into this was it's first going to be used for advertising for dating sites.
Yeah.
And then someone said it's going to be used for commercials for products like Coca-Cola. Only people with perfect faces drink this. Or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
And then it's going to go into movies and TV shows. And then all of a sudden you don't need actors or actresses. You just need people who
Really
can...
good CGI.
Yeah, really good CGI. And just dump it right on top.
And a really good computer to render.
Yeah. But yeah, we no longer have a need for humans, so we're set.
Sorry, guys.
That's really all the rant I had.
Finally on to the memes.
The funnies. You first, me first.
We've been talking some about Microsoft and Apple, so you can go ahead and do mine first.
All right. Interviews.
This one's actually a little bit old.
Interviews world's richest man, founder of Microsoft. Wears an Apple Watch.
So that's Marcus Brownlee, in case you didn't know, and that's Bill Gates,
In case you didn't know.
in case you didn't know. Funnily enough, this is an old meme. So he's.
I wonder if he even said anything about the Apple Watch, or if like it occurred to either of them that it was an Apple Watch.
I don't know.
I never watched the interview.
Yeah, me neither. I picked this meme because of the watch discussions.
Okay.
And now Bezos is actually the richest man.
Yeah. Oh.
I was actually reading some of the backstory, and in 2017, July of 2017, Bezos passed Bill Gates as the world's richest man.
Yeah.
After Amazon stock went up significantly.
And then it dropped, right?
And then it dropped.
Yeah.
And then Bill Gates was the world's richest man again. And then I believe it was October 2017, like October 27th of 2017, that Bezos became the world's richest man and still is, yep. But Bill Gates had been the world's richest man since 1994.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So he was world's richest man for, what's that, 20
something
years?
Yeah.
23 years? It's a pretty long time.
Yeah.
And now Bezos will be the richest man until he dies.
The crazy thing is, I wonder if Bill Gates would still be the richest man if he didn't donate so much.
That's a good point.
Because that's one of the things everyone says about him is.
I'm gonna say probably not.
Probably not.
Just because Bezos is so high up in the billions now.
Yeah, probably now.
Yeah.
He kind of shot.
Bill Gates would have lasted a little bit longer.
Like 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah. But I think Bezos would still be in the lead.
Definitely. So mine has nothing to do with this week. I just saw
That's
it.
fine.
And I was like, this is pretty
It's acceptable. All right. Some say laptops are better due to their portability. Well, I think otherwise. I've done that before.
Portable desktop.
I've done that before. Except he's missing a monitor.
Might be in his other
Can
hand.
I show it again?
Yeah.
No monitor.
He's wearing. It's his watch.
Actually, let me go back.
Yeah.
Look at that cable too. It's behind our heads.
Oh,
What kind of adapter is that?
Oh, that's that old purple one. 24 pin, I think.
It's definitely not VGA.
Yeah.
Wow, that's old. Got an Ethernet cable and everything. That's funny.
Oh, I forgot what it's called. I think it's always purple on the back of the case.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. The Is that for video? Old video. Yeah, is that not it there?
This is it. Maybe I'm
What's it called?
colorblind.
No, that is purplish. Purplish, bluish.
IPT connector.
IPT connector.
IPT. Nope, that's not it. What's it called? Well, it's a connector nonetheless.
Oh, display connector.
Printer adapter cable. A 1284. Maybe?
Wait, I think I found it. Nope.
It's an old cable. Yeah,
Wow.
1284. An IEEE 1284.
That's
Looks like
old.
one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what
judging
it
by the
was.
case and the keyboard and the mouse, it's
Right generation.
definitely a pretty old
Yeah.
computer.
Huh. Never look at one of those again.
And that is it for this week of Let's Tech About That.
Yeah, just over an hour.
Yes.
We're getting longer again.
Yes. So
Do
if
have
you
any comments on any of them?
comments on any of the oh no.
Oh, I'm sure you got any live comments.
Nope, no live comments. Only dead comments.
Should probably not talk to those people. Just let them slide on by. Cool.
If only they had an Apple Watch.
Yeah. Awesome.
We will tech to you next week.
About all the tech things.